The Wokus Podcast with your host, Alex Lazarev.
What's up, everybody? We're back again. We're live. It's Sunday. That means it's a Sunday sermon. What's going on? Woo! It's been a big week, folks. It's been a big week. But we're doing it again. This was a crazy weekend for me. This whole week was just absolutely insane on so many levels. Because, well, you know why. You know why. Because me messing around in the vehicle with a megaphone trying to wake people up. Yeah, what's up? It went a little bit crazy. Some guy tried to kill me, basically, while I was filming my little comedy. And I had to put it up online, of course. I actually wasn't going to put it up right away. That's the funny thing. I was going to put up some other clips of me doing stand-up and work on my Instagram account a little and then put it out later because I figured that was a juicy video. And one of my friends was like, dude, this just happened. This is viral. This is epically funny. You got to put it up now. Don't wait. Just put the clip up. So I put up the clip, and it just went crazy. I've done 4 or 5 media interviews in the last few days. It's just been nuts, absolutely crazy. So so we'll talk about that, I guess. I know we have a lot of new people on the stream. People, the new people will be just assuming that I'm a comedian and I'm just on here cracking jokes the whole time. But they don't know, actually, I've been on the spiritual path for a long time. And I talk about loving yourself and healing and loving other people, enlightenment, talk about crazy spiritual awakenings. Sometimes we talk about Buddha, Jesus, autobiography of Yogananda, Paramahansa. Just everybody, all about enlightenment and awakening. So some people might be surprised, but that's actually a big part of what I'm about. So there you go. Now, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to do a little meditation first. Let's start with that. We'll tune in. We'll take some breaths together. And then, happy Easter as well, brother. Happy Easter. Good to see you all here. So let's do it's just a short meditation. I know there's a bunch of new people here who, again, are like, what? Who the hell is this guy? Why is he talking about love? What is he? He's supposed to be just crack. Where's the megaphone? And why isn't he making jokes? So look, I like to meditate and clean people's entities and help people and talk about waking the fuck up. Okay, that's what we're doing. So let's get a seat. Let's grab a little seat. Get your butt on a cushion. I take this off. I don't need to look like a Jedi. Okay. I love you too, Truth Drops. I think we just lost Miss T. Hello, Anna. Ann. Hello. I'm going to talk to you guys after the meditation. All right. Okay. So if it's your first time on the show and you've never meditated, it's a good opportunity. Because what I'll be talking about today is the long journey home. And we're all, actually, as humans, we are all on the same journey. We're all looking for the same things. We're all looking to get to the same place. But it's actually not a place. It's not a place out there. It's a place in here. And the gentleman who tried to murder me on camera last week, he's looking for the same thing, right? He just wants to go home. And in this world, I tell you what, it's a very interesting experience. Lots to be learned here. But this isn't our home. is an experience. And every human soul is actually seeking that peace, that joy of discovering one's true nature, which is just eternal presence, peace beyond imagination, stillness. That's actually our birthright. And that's actually what the controllers of this illusion don't want us to discover. That's the big secret. So, meditation, for me, it's not even really meditation. It's really just it's allowing us to experience our true nature. Because when people say meditation, they go, "Oh, great! It's like you got to sit there and you got to do something, and it's hard." And no, all you're trying to do is just be. Just be. Can you sit as your true nature, consciousness, existence, presence, without all of the bullshit, all of the programming, all the beliefs, all the thoughts, all the worrying, all the fear-based, planning? Oh no, what am I going to do? How am I going to make money? What's going to happen tomorrow? Right? That little voice. And then oh no, I messed up my life. I should have done this. I should have done that. Worrying about the past. All that stuff is just your ego mind. It's not who you are. So let's take this opportunity together and have a little tune in to our true nature. Okay? I'm also going to do a little bonus for you guys. Somewhere in the meditation, we're going to tune in together, and I'm going to clear any energies, any stuck energies that are harassing any of us on the stream. Again, new people will be like, "What is he talking about?" But hey, you're going to see. But just be open, just be open-minded. Tune into your body, tune into your field. You may feel energies moving, but it is a real thing for new people. I used to have serious health problems in my early 30s. I didn't know what was wrong, and it turned out during some ayahuasca ceremonies, I picked up a really nasty, basically, entity, an attachment. And the only one that was cleared in an exorcism was I actually able to recover and go back to normal life. So I have a little bit of, I would say I have my black belt in such matters. And so I like to clear any of these energies that are, attaching to anybody. It doesn't mean it's always, you can always do that, but if people have the intention to clear it, and I have the intention, and we're just asking Spirit to help us. And that's it. All right. So nobody freak out. It's probably just going to be a few minutes, probably just 5 minutes. But I'll tell you this, if you're not able to calm your mind and just be still for 5 minutes, you're probably not going to get the most out of life. I guarantee you, if the gentleman who attacked me the other day was into meditation, I probably would be slightly less infamous. So maybe everyone shouldn't meditate. Just what, forget the whole thing, guys. Forget it. Okay. I just. Okay, so just bringing our awareness to our breath. Breathing in through the nose. And just allowing the breath to exit where it may naturally. But just feeling that air come into the body. And let's put our focus on our bellies. Just being aware of the belly rising, every inhale, and then dropping every exhale. And we're just going to breathe. Of course, we're always breathing, but how often do we actually breathe consciously? How often do we breathe with awareness? How often do we breathe with gratitude? How often are we forgetting to be grateful for this gift, every single breath, being life? So let's just take a few moments and just focus on that gratitude for being. Allowing the mind to calm. No need to worry about the past. All the things that happened in the past, they're finished. We can't change them now. Why bother? And just for a couple of minutes, letting go of any ideas, any expectations about the future. The future is going to unfold exactly how it's going to unfold. So why stress yourself out? Why not choose to be here now, just with the breath? Just in through the nose, belly rising, belly falling. Easiest thing in the world, and yet sometimes the hardest thing to do. Now, for a moment, let's just bring our awareness to our energetic body, the field around us. We're in it, we're surrounded by it. We are actually energy, we are consciousness, we are temporarily having this human experience, and yet we still have access to that which we truly are. Always connected. So just tuning in to our fields, and together as a group, let's connect with the other aspects of ourselves that are watching over us, protecting us, loving us. And let's set the intention that any energies of any types that are not helping us in our growth, that are not healing us, that are not beneficial, that we are finished with these energies. So let's ask Spirit together for a little assistance. Spirit Masters, Spirit World, Spirit Guides, allies and friends. We ask that you remove any and all non-beneficial energies, whether they be spirits, entities, demonic attachments. May all these be removed. May all these energies be sent back to Source, where they belong. We ask this in the name of the Infinite One Creator. Please remove any and all non-beneficial spirits, entities, demonic energies, or other energies or influences, named or unnamed, from our fields. We ask they be removed and sent back to the Infinite One Creator, back to Source, where they belong. Thank you. God bless you. We love you. May all beings be blessed. May all beings remember their true nature. May all beings be happy. Namaste. So just stay with the breath, be present with any movement you may have felt, maybe feeling. Keeping that gratitude for the Creator, gratitude for your brothers, sisters, your relations that are here, helping you, always supporting you, always loving you, whether you're aware or not. None of us are alone. Just sending out that thank you for all the times you almost died or almost did something really stupid and your ass got saved by some miracle or synchronicity. There are no synchronicities. You are a divine being connected to all, and you are divinely protected. And so even though we are all ultimately one consciousness, we have many faces, many bodies. And so taking a moment to thank all those other aspects of ourself that are guarding us, protecting us from doing the stupid things that humans often do. Thanks, brothers and sisters in light. We love you, we acknowledge you. We are one. We are one brotherhood, the brotherhood of light. Thanks for being a part of it. And thanks to all of you here tuning in, finding yourselves, choosing to remember the truth of who we all are. So let's breathe into that goodness, even that gratitude, taking the last couple of breaths. When you're ready, opening the eyes, coming back into this reality, but keeping that stillness, keeping that peace. No need for the mind to take over, no need for the ego to start playing its stories. You can stay in this present now and still watch a video, and still type comments, and still take a shit, and still drink a glass of water, but stay in this connected space. This is actually our home. This is actually our nature. We simply must take the time and practice remembering. Woo! We did remove some things today. I felt it in the spine. I get a hot thing in my spine when the entities get tossed. That only started happening, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago. Before I would like muscle test when it was done, and now I just feel it. I was like, okay, we're good. How's everybody doing? I am watching the comments, so you can say the things. But if you're super chill, it's all good. You don't have to type nothing. Third popped. Nice. Is it possible to masturbate while meditating? You know, actually, that's a good question. That would be that's actually a practice. Seriously. If you've heard of something called Tantra, right? It's about presence. It's about connecting to your partner, the divine masculine connecting to the divine feminine, coming together in that sacred union. And actually, one of the practices is self-loving. There's actually a big difference. There's a really big difference between masturbation and self-loving. Big difference. And as men, we've all been there. In masturbation, you just want to get off, and you get the deed done. It's this guilt, quick, like, looking for that result, right? Looking for that quick fix, like we're taught to in our society, right? That quick fix, right? Just get this car, or get this big position, or get this many followers, or on your whatever, and then you're gonna feel better. take this drug and you're going to feel better. But actually, if you bring presence and awareness to any practice, to any moment, including self-loving, it changes it very much. So actually, even though maybe you were joking in your question, it is a meditation. If you were to make sweet love to yourself, put some candles on, put some nice music on, tell yourself how much you love yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. I've had some sessions where I was loving on me for a long time. You know? I'm not as frisky as I used to be, you know what I mean? I mean, I am in my 40s, folks, so it's not, you know. But I've had some good times. I've had some great times with me. You know, this brings up a that's a funny question. Now you made me laugh. I was going to talk more, and then Deanne brought up a question, and now I have to. Now I giggled, so I've already looked at the question. So that's it. Total ADD, spiritual ADD. Because you were enlightened, did it feel like the guy attacking you was you, so you were attacking yourself? It is hard to be angry once you have gotten to a certain level of self-realization, where you know everybody's you, and we're all one consciousness, even though we're separate. We're having these experiences. Ultimately, there's only the one self. So, because of that knowledge, yeah, it's not that. At the time, I wasn't thinking like, "Hey, it's me attacking." At the time, I'm still in my personality. I'm still in my ego. You're always to a degree in your ego as long as you're still in the body. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, in that moment, I'm still a human going, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you insane? What the fuck? It's a natural reaction. But because I have that knowledge and that faith that, the unfolding of everything is always perfect. Nothing happens, but, there's no, we call it synchronicity or coincidence, but actually there is a divine plan unfolding. And you just see more and more of that as you go deeper into the self. The more you heal, the more you recognize your true nature. You don't really, you can't really flip out once you really understand things are happening as they're meant to happen, including the awakening that we're experiencing. My, my own awakening, which has been going on for 11 years, I guess coming up on 12 years. It has its ups and downs, but ultimately, it's happening at the perfect speed. So yeah. So I wasn't too freaking out because I'm chill. I'm not afraid of death. That's the big thing. I'm not afraid I'm going to die, because I've already died. Like, I've already gone through death, and let go of the ego and experienced full ego death. Like, it feels like death, but it's just the ego. So that's already happened. So this is now just eternal life, right? Like, this is life. And if I leave the body, it'll still be life. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just, I'm eternal. Life, presence, existence. So yeah, that's probably why I was so calm. They're not going to cover that in the media. Gentleman who was attacked remained relatively calm because he'd been on the spiritual path for over a decade and has already experienced full ego death multiple times. They're not going to cover that. They're probably not going to tell people I've got a podcast about spiritual awakening either, because you can't really paint someone as a crazy anti-masker if he's all about helping people discover their true nature. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really go with the narrative, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll take the comedian aspect of me is a total whore, and we'll take the publicity. Thank you very much. I take it. Oh, nice. So Zoom T, first time meditating. Awesome, brother. And that's all it is, guys. It's just taking a moment to tune in with yourself. It's just letting the mind rest and tuning in to who you really are. That's it. It's not rocket science. Just bring your awareness to your breath. Anytime you're stressed out, you got a big decision to make, you're not sure, you're feeling like frazzled, best thing you can do, go into some nature, even if it's just a park, whatever. Get on a tree, touch a tree, get your feet on the grass. 20 minutes, change your life. Breathe, be present, hug the tree, talk to the tree, pray. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You're welcome, Marianne. Glad you're here. So cool. There's new people tuning into the podcast and not leaving immediately. That's because I realize some people are like, well, he's funny. We're following this guy because he's funny. We like what he's trying to do. They show up, meditation, talking about oneness. What? He's crazy. And then, so I wouldn't have been surprised if it went up to like more people listening and then a drop off. But people are hanging around, so it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's an interesting question. That's funny, Luke. Anti-masker attacked by anti-helmet wearing bike rider. That's funny. Yeah, the media don't point that out either. You know, this guy, man, he's really against the message, but he's not wearing a mask, and he sure did get real close. He wasn't social distancing when he was trying to smash his bike against Buddy's window. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty funny. Yeah, brother, I have read the Essene Gospel of Peace, as you were asking. It is a very good book. I only read it a few months ago, and it rocked me. And it confirmed a lot of things I'd been, a lot of downloads I'd gotten about clearing entities, about fasting, a lot of stuff where I was like, yeah, it's in the Essene Gospel of Peace, right? I'm not crazy, And it's just good to read ththings that, once you really get into the good books, like the Essene Gospel of Peace is one. I got the Gospel of Thomas, one of the heretical texts that the church doesn't want you to read because it's the real teachings of the enlightened master Yeshua, the Christ. When you get into all this stuff, it's really the same messages over and over again. We are one. We and the Creator are one. It's one energy. There's only love. And you start having the experiences, and then you're like, well, you don't really need the books because you're having the experiences. But it's nice to read other people talking about similar, like at some point you get it, and you just go, yeah, this makes sense. But you got to go on the journey. Yeah. So this is a really good point. So people are asking, and I realized, I'll just do a quick update. So yeah, people are basically asking what happened. So you've all seen the video. Buddy was arrested. I technically shouldn't comment on any upcoming legal things, so I'm not going to. But ultimately, what I would like to see as a result, and it's interesting, right? People always go to the financial thing. People right would be like, oh, well, first people ask, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Are you all right? And a lot of comments were asking me if I was okay. I'm great. It was a close call because glass shattered right in front of my face, and so my eyelid. Like there was literally glass sitting on top of my eyelid. So as I was talking to the police officer, I had a little blood on my hand, and he was like, I said to him, I think I feel something weighing down on my eyelid right here. And he looks and he's like, yeah, you've got some glass on your eyelash. I'm not allowed to take that out for you, but you could ask your friend. And so I turned to my buddy, Nick, who was driving. I'm like, hey man. And he just kind of picks it out. So it was close, man. So people ask that, and then people always ask about money. And they're like, hey, like how much damage was to the window? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much are you gonna sue the guy? And it's like, dude, who gives a shit about a car? I could have lost an eye. Like literally, I could be blind right now. So some people asking, how's the car? Fuck the car. No one gives a shit about the car. Who's paying for the deductible? Who gives a fuck about the? There was glass shattering in front of my face, people. All right, no one cares about the vehicle. At least I don't care about the vehicle. But anyway, yeah. So, but my ultimate result, what I would really like to see happen in a perfect scenario, and maybe brother is out there right now wearing a bag over his head because he doesn't want to be recognized. But maybe he's out there listening, and he's watching me, and maybe he'll find a podcast. My ultimate thing would be actually a sit down with the gentleman once he's calm, and just have a chat. Like I'd love to just hear like what was going through his head. Why was he so triggered? Because it may not have been me, right? He might have had a lot of things happen in his life that triggered the shit out of this guy, right? He for whatever reason, and he was just he was just about to pop, and there I am on a megaphone, and who knows? Maybe he works for the government. Maybe he and I'm there trolling the government, or maybe somebody died of whatever, of any reason, and it was marked as COVID because that's how they roll. So maybe in his head somebody died of COVID, right? And he's like flipping out, because I'm questioning, I'm just saying, trolling the whole narrative, and he's just lost in that moment because obviously it ain't me, right? Like I'm just making jokes out of a megaphone. Like I did not directly hurt this guy. I don't know this guy. I haven't done shit. So obviously something's going on, and that was just it was a way for him to take out a lot of that anger. That's all that was. And so I did an interview. I was actually on Infowars with this guy Owen. It was a good interview, actually. It was a good interview. And, And I said to him, look, and I've done a few interviews, but I said the same thing basically on a couple interviews. I said, what I would like is for the guy to get the healing that he wants, and I don't know what that is for him. But but I even joked around like whether he needs to do some a big dose of magic mushrooms, maybe he needs to do some primal therapy, And if you haven't heard of primal therapy, it's basically they do all these exercises to basically trigger you and a lot of things that have happened in your childhood, all the frustrations, anger you have, to get that out of your system. So you literally scream and shout and you punch things and it's a lot of different exercises to get the anger out of your body. And I've done this process. I've had more anger than anybody. Again, for the new people that don't know my story, I had a really traumatic childhood. My mom beat the shit out of me. She told me I was no good. She'd throw things at my head. She was demon possessed, frankly. So I had a really brutal childhood. And I had a lot of anger, and I had a lot of actually physical pain in my body that I had to work out over years. I'm 42 years old right now. I know, guys. I know I'm looking good. Please stop. No, please. Unless you're a really cute woman and you're single, then you can send me a DM. But guys, please, no. But seriously, I'm 42 years old. The DMs do send those. 42 years old, and I'm still not done healing. It's an ongoing process. I'm guessing, more traumatized than most people because, I was literally getting the shit beaten out of me and told I suck from age 5 to 15 till I ran away from home. So, And then there was lots of death, and my mother committed suicide when I was 18, and there was a whole fucking drama there, and blah, blah, blah. So believe me, I got my black belt when it comes to healing and dealing with trauma and getting anger out of the body. There's a few things in life I got my black belt in, that's one of them. Stand-up comedy, healing, discovering one's true nature. Got my black belt. Doesn't mean I'm a master. I'm not saying I'm the master of masters. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm the number one. I'm not saying that. But I do have a black belt. This incarnation in certain things has a black belt. Okay? And healing is one of them. Because I was really messed up at one point. So what I'm saying to this brother, and anyone else who's got that level of anger who's tuning in, right? You can get it out of your system. You can heal. If I was able to heal, you can heal. Okay? I was so traumatized. I couldn't even talk to women. I couldn't talk to women. I was so needy. Didn't love myself. Couldn't connect with myself. Like where I spent a decade of my life, more, literally going around chasing women, trying to get some poon because I wanted to heal my my trauma with the feminine. Right? I so desperately wanted to heal my wound with the feminine. Shit, I'm an infamous pickup artist still in those circles. In the again, the new people also are like, "What are you talking about?" They don't know my history. But yeah, I was a dating coach for a long time because I wanted to heal my wounds with women. Actually, in the protest, the march we did just yesterday, a guy comes up to me and he goes, "What's your name, bro?" He's just looking at me like this. "What's your name, dog?" And I'm like, "Alex the comic. Maybe you've seen my video." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I used to go by Sasha," and he's like, "I fucking knew it. I just started watching your videos a week ago." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, man." So it was really funny. So he's gone into my videos of me 10 years ago flirting with girls, and here I am, Yeah, so it was really funny. Anyway, so healing, guys, that's the name of the game. So that's actually what I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to see. Oh my God, this is such a great question. So I realize I'm way behind on the chats because I got into a rant and I ranted. That's what happens, I rant. And then I scroll down and I see this epic question and it's like, I want to scroll to the bottom of the chat. I do, but this is such a good fucking question from this person and I just get triggered. I'm just like, I gotta talk about it. And then that's it. I'm screwed. By the way, I want to have a guest. I feel like having a chat. I feel like having a guest on the show. So if you have a unique experience, story, something crazy you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? If you're having a serious crisis, a spiritual meltdown, that's a priority for me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody out there is waking up and they're really having a melt, then you can come on the show. So you can say in the comments, and Dion will get you in the back room, and we can get you potentially on the show. All right. So this is a great question here. So yeah, do you experience yourself as this love of God? So, okay, so I had some really crazy fucking experiences over the last decade, right? So that ultimate truth of love, like our nature as love. Many people have this as an experience, right? You take a big dose of mushrooms, it changes your life. You're like, oh my God, we're all one, it's all life. Yeah, but then you go back to your job, right? You got your kids are driving you crazy, your boss is an a-hole, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, and so you're still a human, you still have a mind, and it's still creating these stories. And then you forget, you start disconnecting from that. But that love that you felt in that beautiful moment, which might have been mushrooms, it might have been meditation, it might have been during lovemaking, it might have been a long walk through the forest. We all have those moments of truth, right? We all have those moments. But your true nature as love never changes. Your experience of it may change. How much you're in tune with that truth, that can change. But your true nature as that love can never change. That is simply what you are. So, now this is where it gets really interesting. This is where the question is really interesting, and I might lose some people, and some people might say I'm crazy. But you know what? I'm okay with that. So, do you experience yourself as this love of God? Yeah, but even that is a separation. That's what's crazy here. But this only applies to like people who've had really fucking crazy like awakening experiences. But I'm going to share this anyway. Everything is God's love, unfolding forever and ever. Everything, all the good things, all the bad things, everything is God's love forever. That's the only thing that's happening in this universe is God's love experiencing itself. Okay? But when you have a really, really big one, like you go through a full-on ego death and you actually go back to source, experience what it's like to be all of existence forever, just the self, big S, forever. No absolute everything now, all of existence, no birth, no death, forever. And you realize that's you, and then you go back and be a person. After that, and certain other experiences, there is no actual separation between the words love and God or self. It is all actually the one thing. And one of my latest crazy meltdowns was back here of just total oneness and just like can't really be spoken of. But it was literally the understanding that everything unfolding is God's love forever and ever and ever and ever. And love literally is God. Love is God. And God is love. And we all are that. Always and forever. Never ending. Eternal love. That was a big one. That was the end of Sasha. Sasha, Alex, the whole character, gone. And even now, anything I'm doing this show, going and doing stand-up comedy, being fun, yeah, it's in my purpose. There's a reason this soul came in. I'm doing what I love doing. Nothing makes me happier than cracking jokes and trying to get people to wake up. Love it. It's a good time for me. All right? But I'm fully aware that I'm not this. It's just a character. I'm playing a role. That's it. It's just the creator, one little aspect of all that is playing a role in this divine plan of all beings remembering their true nature. Consciousness is always evolving to higher and higher levels of consciousness. That is the nature of existence. That's it. So, yeah, that's it. So yeah, I just can't, like, you got me on a good rant, bro, by asking that question. You have boy in your name, so I'm assuming you have a penis. So, do I experience yourself as this love of God? Yeah, I am that. And you are that. Always. But it's just this, in this human experience, there's so many degrees of, so many flavors that we can experience that are not that, right? So many fear-based flavors, right? Fear and separation and worry and greed and fear of death and all these things we can experience, but they're actually only there so we can experience them and then choose to remember what we really are and have always been, infinite love forever over here. And that's what makes this game so fascinating. You're always this infinite love over here, always. But you can experience in this video game all this other crazy ass shit. Think you're gonna die, you're gonna get old, and it's all fucking terrible, oh my God. And then in the end, when you leave the body, you go, no, that was just an experience. That was just a ride, man. You're good. You're always good. But what a ride. What a ride. And so what we're all experiencing here, all this mass hysteria, fear about, this is just the ultimate push before the Great Awakening. So everyone can choose to experience that absolute fear and evil and all this horrible shit happening. So people can say no. So people can remember, actually, our nature is not this. We are not fear. We're not about control. We're not about controlling others or hurting ourselves. You know, that's actually not what existence is about. Existence is actually about love, loving itself infinitely. That is the nature of existence. That is the self. That's us. All of us. Everybody listening. Everybody who says, I'm an atheist. Good. You're also part of it. All the atheists, all the Christians, all the Jews, all the Muslims, men, women, bisexual, trisexual, Chinese, black, white, Vietnamese, Korean, doesn't matter. These are all just labels. There are no labels. That's why this whole crazy game of division is so absurd. It's ridiculous. There is no separation. Separation is an absolute illusion. That's not something just people say, oh, separation is an illusion. We're all one. No. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's not something just to throw around. Oh, look at me. I'm so spiritual. We're all one. No. It is simply the nature of our reality. We simply are one consciousness forever, the God self experiencing itself. There's no end to it. This is just one really epic party. It's great. Don't get too caught up in it. This is the spiritual war. This is what they don't want people to understand. If you truly knew what you were, if you knew you were the creator of all that is, experiencing itself as infinite consciousness, having a human experience, and it makes no difference if a comet hits the Earth tomorrow and the whole planet explodes, because we'll just go, oh, that was fun. Boom, let's go on to the next adventure. That's all that happens when you leave the body. Guys, that's all that happens. You are surrounded by absolute love. You realize it was all a dream. You go, oh my God, I thought that was real. It's like waking up out of a nightmare. That's what it's like when you leave the body. And I don't even use the word die, because there is no die. It's actually a rebirth. You're actually waking up out of a dream. In this case, in some cases, waking up out of a nightmare. So it's nothing to be afraid of. When you wake up from a nightmare, right, and you go, fuck, that was horrible. When you wake up, are you sad? No, you go, fuck, geez, thank God that's over. Some dinosaur was chasing me and it was trying to eat my insides. But it was a horrible dream, and now it's over. Now I can go back. You're not upset when you wake up from a nightmare. You're happy. So we are in a dream. And yeah, it's getting really intense right now, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a dream. And it's an opportunity for all of us to wake up. Whatever level that we're at, there's no end. We can always awaken more. We can always awaken more to our true nature. We can always love more. We can always be more present. We can always heal a little bit more. We can always be more compassionate. We can always listen a little bit more to another as they speak to us, even though there is no other, and it's just you talking to yourself. I'm talking to myself right now. 91 other versions of the self. Oh, 90. One person went, fuck it, and left just then. Oh, you think you're talking to 91 people? I'm out. Anywho, I am going to go live on Instagram, I think, after this. A lot of people... Guys, it's crazy. I had 2,500 people follow me on Instagram, and it's at 15,000 right now after this video popped up. It's kind of crazy. And I was going to stream this to Instagram, and I was like, nah, because we have our own kind of vibe going. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just going to keep it here, and then I'll do other lives on Instagram, and who knows? Because it makes it weird. It's different. It's different over there. And if I play videos in here, they don't play right over there, and it's just weird. So I don't think I'm going to put it together for now. I'm just going to do my spiritual podcast as normal. If people want to come over here from Instagram, they're welcome. They can come. I'm here. But I'll be putting up more funny stuff, and we have tons of footage and my comedy clips and all sorts of stuff on Instagram. So if you're not following me on there, do follow me on there because it's going to be funny. I promise you will be entertained. All right. So, the good question. Good question there. I went deep there. That was it. No more teaching. That was it. That was the download. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but that's pretty much it's the same. All right. So, yeah, wow. It's they're really topping up the propaganda. It's amazing. I saw a video from Israel. The guy there just telling everybody like it's like this fun ad for everyone to get the jab. It was hilarious. Yeah, absolutely hilarious. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. So there's nobody in here who's had a crazy thing that they want to come on the show about. Really? Apparently nobody's volunteered. So. Oh yeah, my interview, it is on InfoWars. Somebody just asked. I'll put it on my, I got a Telegram group, the Woke As Telegram group. I will post it in there once I finish the sermon. I just found it myself actually. So Badian will post you the my Telegram group link. That's where I post links, and I let people know the link for when I'm going to go live and stuff like that. Also, what's good if they erase me from YouTube, being on Telegram, then I can just tell people like I'm over here now. Are you saying that we are God? Fundamentally, yes. And I know that's going to freak people out. See, it's a divisive word. The G word has been really taken over by, because like the whole Christian, like, listen, I love Jesus. I'm wearing a huge freaking Jesus piece right here, okay? See, but I'm not only loving on Jesus. Jesus was just really good at helping us remember that we are love. This guy discovered that his nature was love. So did Buddha, so did Krishna, so did Paramahamsa Yogananda, so did lots of people. And I have all their books stacked right over here. I got like all kind. I mean, there's a lot of people who woke the fuck up. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not just Jesus, right? But ultimately, yes. Even Yeshua, his actual name, even Yeshua said, the only difference between you and me is that I know there's no difference between me and the Father. Literally saying, there is no difference between the Creator and the Self. It is all the one. It is all the one thing. But because the narrative got taken over, suddenly, they made God this superior being that's just like, and vengeful, and you got to do things right to get into heaven. All this kind of stuff. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. It's all a bunch of bullshit. If it's not coming from 100% oneness and absolute love, compassion, that is the nature of the Creator. If it's not coming from that place, there's no controlling, there's no bossing around, there's no you got to do something to get in the good books. It's all bullshit, man. That's all humans trying to control stuff and have money and power and whatever, all the stuff humans get up to. That's what that's all about. The real teachings throughout history, just like the Gospel of Thomas. No, very different story. You can't even find Jesus in the Bible. That's what's crazy. You cannot. He's not in there. Jesus is not in the Bible. Little bits, a tiny bit here and there, a couple things. Yeah, just you got to sprinkle some truth in with your bullshit. That's how they always do it. They do it all across the board. But Jesus ain't really in the Bible, man. You got to go to the heretical Gospels. This is a good start. Gospel of Thomas, and it's revolutionary. Jesus says. He's not here. He says he's here to burn fire on the world. Like he literally. Look, I can even read one of these. It's crazy. The difference between reality, like what's actually going on, and what we're told. It's always been that. But it's mad. It's mad. So many lies. So many lies. The biggest lie really being that, for people who also love Jesus, they're waiting for him to show up, like one dude to show up and save everybody. No, you're the dude. His real teachings are, you're the dude. Everything he can do, we can do. We are him. He is us. We're all one. So that level of consciousness that the man Yeshua achieved, enlightenment, right? We can achieve that because we are that. It's just a matter of remembering. That's why it's called self-realization. It's just a realization. It's a remembering of what is. That was Jesus' teaching. That's the real teachings. It's not in the Bible. I'm sorry. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's very controversial. He's pooping on Christians. No. I'm pooping on the people who took over Jesus' actual teachings and flipped them on their head. And my teacher, Paul, who's been studying Jesus for 30 years, he's a bit of an expert, a little bit, and we're pretty much in alignment on what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not just pulling out of my ass. It's like, I got some heavy backing here from Paul. Okay, many of you know Paul. He's going to be on the show again soon, I'm sure. Sasha Lazarev is blowing up big league. Yes, Zarmanov must be Russian. Must be Zarman. I am Zarmanov. Very close to me. Someone's asking if I'll interview. I mean, I'm down. I'm down to interview anybody who's talking about love and self-realization. Anybody, have them reach out. Best place to reach out, Telegram. Hit me up on Telegram. Or you can even leave a comment on here and be like, yo, I'm this guy. This is my YouTube channel. I want to come chat to you on the show. I'm happy to do it. But I suspect at this point, we're going to get more people on Instagram than on here because I think popped up. We'll see. All right. Yes. And that's the beautiful thing about being human, right? We can agree to disagree. It's all good. Read the Bible on shrooms. That's hilarious. So listen, guys. Does anyone have... Oh, cool. Truth Drop says he came out of his body during heart surgery. Nice. Yeah. You only need one of those experiences to go, okay, so I'm not really a person. There's something else going on here. And that's it. Boom. You're done. Done. The idea of this, you know what I'm saying? This is it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Capital letters there. Oh, thanks, Dreamer. Hello. Yes. Thank you. It was funny. It was funny. I just wanted to be funny and make people think a little bit because the TV is not reality. It's weird that I have to point that out. Like honestly, we're in a reality where I have to explain to you that what's on the television has nothing to do with reality. It's propaganda. Like, how could you not see it's propaganda? Like, I don't, I'm guessing everybody tuning in right now knows that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made it. You just wouldn't be here. You'd be in your basement afraid of getting a cold. So listen, this has been good. I'm going to keep it short this week, actually. That was a little rant. I think there's this dude on Instagram who seems cool, and I think we might be going live together at some point today, maybe. I'm going to check. Does anyone have a last... Keep waking up with sarcasm. Yeah! You have to. People do idol worship the news. It is ridiculous. It is redonkulous. Oops. So, okay. So we might have a guy pop on real quick and say hi before I run away. Obviously. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I apparently am going live on Instagram in 25 minutes with this guy, Plant-Based Ben. He seems like a good guy. He liked my video. We had a chant. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll go live with you. So we're going to hang out. So that's in 25 minutes. So I guess I can hang out a little bit longer, and then I'll just pop on with him. Bam. So what else did I... When are you going out in the They Live van for more? Yeah, use... You guys are cracking me up in the comments. Use an armored vehicle next time. Yeah, this is great. You guys are killing me. You guys are funnier this week than usual. What's going on? Is it because I was being funny? You guys are fucking being hilarious. Yep. Yeah, now that's an interesting... See, that's something I'd like to talk about. Hang on. A run. That's a fascinating comment right there. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when I say, hey, I'd like to have someone on the show talk about some interesting shit, that's some interesting shit right there. Was on a haunted farm. A shaman told us the ancient ones wanted us all dead. I nearly died from sepsis there and was exorcised a year later. Do you want to come on the show and talk to me, bro? Because I love that. That's fascinating. Let's talk about it. You know, this is the kind of stuff people need to hear about, because people don't, you learn about entities and demons on possessions and clearing your field. You don't learn about this in school or on the media anywhere, and it's the most important shit. You can die if you can have your health and your livelihood destroyed by these energies if you don't clear, if you got something serious going on. So yeah, if you want to pop in, let Dion know, and he can sneak you in the back. But yeah, this is the real deal. I'd love to hear that. Haunted farm. That's weird. Oh yeah. I do need to update my my spiritual books list. I'm gonna do that actually. Yep. All right. So, oh yeah, another thing that was kind of funny that made me giggle. There's always one person or a couple people that are like, it's staged, the whole thing. The guy's an actor. I'm like, if that guy's an actor, holy fuck, he should be. I mean, me too. I mean, that means I acted great too, but he should be the most famous actor in the world. You cannot, I mean, people. Like, seriously? He should get an Emmy if he was an actor. That was amazing. But for me, the experience was really fun and fascinating on such a level because, we're in the Truman Show, the Hoof. We're in the Truman Show. Because the video... It's just fascinating because it's just me like doing my thing, having fun, and trying to wake people up. Like, I'm always trying to wake people up and having fun, right? That's just my deal. But we happen to catch me doing it with a megaphone during a car rally, and so it's just, you know what I'm saying. So and this crazy thing happened. So it was a bunch of ingredients that kind of magically made it pop off, I guess. Because like me waking people up, being funny with a megaphone, is good. Like, people like it, right? I like it. It's funny. And someone needs to wake people up, and I'm one of the people doing it. It was like the universe sending that moment, that thing. And I don't even want to say the crazy guy, because he's probably not actually crazy. He probably just needs to heal, and he's triggered. But sending that perfect thing, you know what I'm saying, to have this explosion, and then to get my message now on mainstream media, like they put it on freaking global news on a clip of me going, yeah, trust the government. Yeah, they're just do what you're told. You're all doing a great job. Like, Like that got on mainstream. That's insane that that got on mainstream. Like so it's literally it's spirit working. Like I couldn't have manifested. I could. That's just literally. I'm just empty. I've done the work, and spirit is using me to like try and get these messages out to help in the awakening. That's all. That's all it is. Okay. Apparently, I need to put on my headphones for a special guest, guys. So yeah. So it's a real miracle, and it's beautiful what happened. So yeah. So we got about 20 minutes left. Let me grab my headphones. They're over here. So you guys can enjoy. I got bad news, Dion. I don't know where my headphones are, bro. I don't know where they are. So we just have to do the best we can because they ain't here. They ain't in the room. They ain't in the room. Somebody came in here and jacked my headphones. So that's not cool. So let's try it. Where's this guy? Is it Luke or is it this other dude? Did the other dude come in? Is Luke?
Yeah, it's me.
I want to talk to the other guy. I love you too. But this other guy, he's great.
Like demons at barns and stuff like that, right?
Oh, are you on the air? What's up, dog? What's up? I can see you.
Yeah, hey man.
What's up, man? You took mushrooms again?
Yeah, man.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it was good. I've been reading this book. This woman, she's in Chicago, like me, and she's talking about she does past life regressions on people, and it's kind of distracting. I'm hearing like myself 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good, bro. I think we can't do this until I find headphones. It ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
It's poopy. But another time you can come back. You seem good though. You seem chill.
Yeah,
I can see you're still recovering. Yeah, over here too. So okay, so I'm gonna send you love, and we'll hit it another time when I'm more prepared.
All right, man.
I love you.
Love you. Till then.
Mm-hmm. All right. So no guest this week. Next week we'll have a guest. Next week. There's always next week. Okay, there you go. So cool. Yeah, drop us a line. Hey, Ron. So I'll do a conclusion. We'll do a little conclusion. In conclusion, we're all on the same beautiful journey. I like my hair. Look at this. This is great. Look at it. It's fantastic. I like it. I had short hair 2 years ago. Then I stopped cutting it. And then this happened. It's fun. I feel like Fabio. I think I could have a show where all I do is just flick my hair around. And I think it would be great. I think my Instagram would have more people if it was just me, not even necessarily photos of just short videos of me just doing this. And then people will either like it or hate it. But I would still remain a controversial character. So that's something. I have a headset for Instagram because that goes into my iPhone. But this laptop, that's not the one. But it's all good. It's all good. Everybody, look at this. It's so good. I did some really funny jokes at the rally yesterday. And I'm going to take a clip of my stand-up comedy and I'm going to put it on Instagram. And I think people are going to like it because I fucking crack myself up with some of these new jokes. Okay, I'll tell you one of my new jokes. Okay. is about Bonnie Henry. She's the main health officer here in BC. And basically, like, she's shutting down the whole freaking province, right? This is a COVID. It's very dangerous. We have to shut down all the businesses. Okay, yeah, great. But she has a winery, and wine tasting is allowed. Wine tasting is allowed. Our business is shut down, but wine tasting is not. So I was basically on the megaphone during the protest going, I think we should all get free wine from Bonnie Henry. Where's our free wine? Please, if you're going to shut us down, at least hook us up with some of your free wine. We hashtag free Bonnie Henry wine. And so I was just ripping her a new one. And it was funny because there was like one police officer there, and he was laughing. And as he was giggling, he put his mask up so that people wouldn't see him laughing at me trolling the government. And that was a funny moment for me. I don't think we're not going to show like footage of him or anything like that. But it was a beautiful moment when the cops are laughing and they're trying to like cover up the fact that they think you're funny when you're trolling the mainstream. So that was just, for me, that was a beautiful moment yesterday. It made me smile. Yeah. For the other really funny jokes, you'll have to be on my Instagram. That's all I have to say. Okay, so kids, that was a good sermon. It was nice. Being drunk is essential for the government's agenda. Should we just stare at each other for a minute? Should we just do a little staring, guys? Thanks, Mitch Murphy. I love you, man. That's right, Luke. That's right. The awakening really is here. I don't know if you guys can sense it, but something has shifted and is happening faster. And I suspect it's just going to go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And it's going to get real crazy. The next couple of months are going to get real crazy because they're putting in extra crazy, like they're pushing the craziness extra, so that people can wake up. So yeah, it's going to be a juicy couple months. Okay, kids. I have to go do stand-up comedy at the Freedom Rally here in Vancouver. If you're in Vancouver, obviously 1 o'clock Sundays, the Vancouver Art Gallery. That's where we gather. So come say hi if you're in Vancouver, obviously. And yeah, this has been a beautiful sermon. I had a good time. Next week we'll arrange to have a guest. I'm going to have my headphones. We'll do another show. It's going to be beautiful. And yeah, don't tell your friends. They're not ready. They'll find the sermon when they're ready. You're just going to freak them out. Some people need to just suffer a little bit longer before they come to the light side. Before we take them and love them and hug the shit out of them. They're not ready yet. It's okay. It's okay. We just practice loving the shit out of everybody, even if they're not ready. We just love to hold the space. Met a woman, it's happened many times actually. You know those people who can't hug? You know what I'm saying? This is one thing you can do to really spread the good vibes. Just hug people for real. Like, seriously. Just hug people for real. Went to hug a sister the other day, and they do that side hug. They come in on the side and they just give you a little pat down. So that's absolute terror, fear of intimacy, fear of receiving love, not being worthy to receive love, not being able to give love. And when you can actually just go, hey man, hey sister, hey brother, give me a real hug. Give me a hug from the heart. Show me some love. I ain't gonna bite you, And you really have that moment where you're like, no, it's cool. Let's have a real hug, And they come in for a real one. It's still not gonna be the 2-minute epic hug that I want. It's not gonna be that. But But even if they come in for like 10, 15 seconds and for a second they're like, and you just love them. You just love them. And you can sense they're like struggling. I gotta get away. And you're like, okay, I'll let you go. But for a second, you felt that love, didn't you? Didn't you? Yeah, you did. And that's a game changer. And that's one person at a time. That's the love. That's the love revolution, right there. Right? Just one person at a time. Loving on this one, loving on that one, loving on this one, loving on that one. That vibration comes through in that hug. It comes through. The intention and just you being willing to actually speak your truth and be like, hey, I actually want to hug you for real. I want to love on you for real. That's the revolution. Yep. One love, that is the reality. Bob Marley was awake. Yeah. That's why he was a problem, because he woke up. Yep. Totally, guys. So I'm going to take that bit of me making fun of Bonnie Henry. I'll get it up on my Instagram with free Bonnie Henry wine as a tag, guys. I will do that. I'm going to hit my editor up, see if we got that clip recorded. This is really funny. Free Bonnie Henry wine is fucking funny. I'm sorry, but it just is funny. So yeah. So spread that love, baby. 11:21 a.m. Pacific time is a good time to check out. Love you guys. See you in the week. Be that love everywhere. Spread it. It's contagious. That's the only thing that really is contagious that's worth spreading is the love. So spread it. Mwah. See you guys on the flip side.